Morning. Just wait for people to catch up. Get my timer up. So this morning's practice is all about opening up on the hips and a bit of the lower back. I'm experimenting with keeping the dog in here. She's got her own mat that we practice stay and like relaxation for her on. So if during the practice you hear me say on your mat, I don't mean you guys, I mean the dog. And if I say good girl, take your pick. It could be you, it could be the dog. I mean, you know, I'm not going to say good boy because obviously I'm talking about the dog, but feel free to take the accolade if you want it. Right, so we're going to start today standing up. We're going to go into the tree pose first, but we're going to go from mountain. It was freezing cold in this room, hence the reason we're all dressed up, and now it's suddenly very hot. So if we start standing up, legs together nice and strong, we're just going to stretch our arms up to the sides. Hold our arms like this and looking straight ahead. We're just going to take a sweep in this position, or we're just going to take a sweep from this position, just to help warm up the back. So we're just going to bend the knees, scrape the hands along the floor and up behind us. Just hold it there for just a second, and then we're going to come back to the upwards position. And do that again. Going to do that again. I'm just move the dog so I find it away. And that. And again, just warming gently the body. And the last time. Okay, so from this position, bring your hands down to center. We're going to go into tree pose now. So just going to lift the leg, tuck it in. You can either have it at your knee, your ankle, if that's where it needs to be, or even up higher. I'm just going to take this off. Even higher if you can get it. Well, I've got socks on, so I'm not going to stay there. It's a good job I'm warm now, isn't it? Right, so yeah, that way. I was getting very good at that one.
Bad foot.
I'm doing well. Okay. I'm just going to hold it here, just for about 10 breaths. You're using your ankle to kind of plant yourself into the floor. But we're opening up on our hips here, stretching those flexors so the knee is coming out to the side and we're still facing forward. Now, if this is too much and you're finding that you're struggling to be in this position, you can just hold on to something. Get a chair in front of you or a chair to the side. Relax your leg down so that it's not as high, because when it's high, it takes a lot more pressure. And I've still got a sore foot, so he's obviously having to come out of the pose. But if you are okay and you're nice and stable, just pick a spot. If it's too much, just stop though. Just go back into mountain pose and just stretch up. So on your next exhale, we're going to drop the leg down. Walk those hips. And we're just going to go the other side. Bring up the other leg. If we can. The back is nice and straight. Tail's tucked. Engaging those abdominal muscles. Legs out to the side. Just going to hold this pose. Before I get into any trouble. Alexa, stop. Don't want to get into any trouble or do anything that's going to cause this to go off. Lana's currently investigating her snuffle box. Lots of fabric, lots of bits of treats in there. Okay, remember we're really planting down, we're pushing through the floor, rooting into the floor with our tree roots. If you need something to hold on to, that's fine. Okay, on the next exhale, we're going to drop that leg down. Just going to drop our arms. Okay, going to go into a low lunge. So, we take our legs wide. We take our left leg, point it away from us. Keep our back leg, our toes pointing in that direction. Got a nice angle going on here. Going to drop that front knee. We're just going to stretch here, just for a minute. Just drop down as low as you can go. So taking the knee over the toes. Really opening up down the groin through the thigh. Rest both hands on your knee that's out. And then just leaning forward. You're trying to keep that back foot flat on the floor. Okay. Just straighten up your legs. Come back to the middle. We're just going to drop our hands down our legs. Just hold on to the ankles. Not going too far, I don't want anybody going down into the middle, just holding the ankles, getting that stretch all the way along the back. Now, if you've got any kind of injuries and this is too painful, just relax those knees a little bit and it will reduce the stretch on the calves from the knees. But if you are okay here, I'm going to hold this for a moment. I'm just going to go and rescue my jacket that's being eaten by the dog. And that. Sorry, it's because I got food there. Got food in my pocket, I forgot. Okay. Come back up. I'm going to turn the right foot, keeping the left. Just going to bend that knee, lean over, hold that stretch there.
me.
Nothing else, she's keeping you entertained. Okay, come back up. And again, we're just going to stretch down those legs, holding onto the ankles. Just widen the feet a little bit this time. You're going to get a bigger stretch on the inside of your thighs. Now, the more you lean over, the bigger that stretch is going to be. So if you need to kind of be here, that's fine. If you need to bend your knees a little bit, that's also fine. So we're going to go into a lunge. So turn to the right. We're going to drop down to our knee with our left toes tucked. We're going to bring the right foot back. We're going to stretch forward. So we're pushing again with our knee over our toes. Our hands and our right foot are all kind of in line. You need to move your foot forward though. All in line. Lay down. Just don't know where to go for your dog. Willow the Hoover. On your mat. Okay, so from here, with our toes still tucked, we're just going to lift our upper body up. Now, if this is where you can get to, this is absolutely fine. This is a nice beginner's pose. If you can come further up, again, that's fine. You can raise your arms and tilt backwards. Again, that's good. You're looking for a bend in the back. And this is really going to be strong, especially on the left, on the lateral side of the hip. So if it's too much, just come back, or even just come down here. That's fine. If you are okay, we're just going to take this just for a few more breaths. We're going to relax. We're just going to bring our left foot, we're standing up a bit, twist around, going through the floor. We're going to turn around, tuck the right foot, bring your hands in line with your foot, drop that right knee, and then we're just going to push with the left knee over the toes. So again, from here, just going to come up onto our, with your hands here. You're going to come up like this, or if you can, you're going to stretch and bend that back. We're trying to keep our upper body in line, so everything is in line. Okay, just want to lap that down. We're going to again walk our hands back through, lift our legs. This time, just going to stay in the middle. So our legs are nice and wide. Our toes are pointing forward. Just going to drop onto our hands. We're going to look up and try and lift our tailbone and drop our back so it straightens a little bit. Now again, these are really strong stretches, so if you need to reduce the strain, bend those knees or just go onto your fingertips or even bring your legs in and bend those knees. It should be a stretch. You should feel a stretch, but you shouldn't feel any pain. So if it's physically causing you pain, then it's not actually helping you, it's harming you. So just remember to bend those legs. Okay, walk your hands back up your legs. Bring your legs in a little bit, just a little bit. Now, I'm going to go into a triangle. So from here, we're just going to drop to the side. Now you can use your straps for this if you need to. Just tuck it under your foot. Walk yourself down the strap, and then you're just going to lift up on the opposite side. If you don't need your strap and you feel like you can get down, then you're just touching the floor and you're just twisting, you're rotating your body. Woo. If you need your strap, so wherever you are, and you're just looking over that right shoulder. You're going to feel this all the way down the back of your knee especially because you've got the twist going on. So if it is sore, just relax that in the knee, just a little bit. Just relax your knee. Okay. Relax your hand down. Release that strap. Walk back to the middle. Bend the knees a little bit. Just going to be here for just a few seconds. Straighten those legs again. Over to the right side.
Take it back now. This time.
Hold the strap if you need to, wherever that might be. Even if you're just here, it's fine. You've still got a bend going on. But if you are further down, just looking over that left shoulder. We're making a triangle here of some sort. And remember the adaptations, because obviously quite a lot of these are quite strong poses. They're all focusing around the hips, the lower back, but you will engage your calves, your ankles, your shoulders. Just focus on that breathing. Just a couple more breaths here. Just relax down. Again, come into a forward bend. Toes pointing forward. You can either be up on your fingertips or down, or even lower if you can. Bend those knees if you need to. Or just bending. Okay, walk your hands back up your legs. And we're going to go into goddess pose. So from here, we're going to turn our toes away from us, and we're going to take a nice angle. So our knees should be over the toes. Our pelvis is tucked forward, your abdomen is strong and tight. Ooh, a bit of balance here as well. Your arms come here. You can either go this way, doesn't matter. Some people do it like this. The purpose is to be straight through here, legs bent. Now this obviously again, it's a strong pose, so if you need to, just relax out of it a little bit, or bring the legs in. We're trying to open those hips, keep those knees pointed over the toes. Okay, straighten those legs. Lean forward slightly, keeping the feet where they are. Come down to your knees. Just breathe there for a minute. Reposition your feet. And drop down again. This time hold on to the floor. And then push your knees with your elbows, if you can. So you're pushing them up. So your bum is coming down towards the floor. Your knees are going out so that they're going to go and sit over your feet. So if you were to do that, your toes would be in line. Again, this is very strong, so please ease out of it if it's difficult. Okay, straighten up. And those toes pointing in, just a bit bend and forward. Okay. Right, so we're going to go into a wide plank. So from here, we're going to take our feet to either side of our mat. Bring our arms back. So our shoulders, elbow and wrists should all be in line. Now you can relax your wrist, you can relax your elbows if you need to. And our legs are wide. You're dropping your buttocks so that you've got a nice line. Now again, if this is too much, just come onto your knees. Just be here. The point is we're getting a bit of a stretch in the thighs more than putting the strain on our arms. And from there, just lay down, uncurl your hands and your toes, walk forward a little bit, bring your hands out to either side of your mat. I'm going to seal. Now if this is causing a stretch on the back, just ease up a little bit or bring your legs in. Come back and just stretch those arms, lifting your fingers off the floor. Keeping everything else where it is, you're just shifting backwards. Back up onto all fours. Bring your arms in a little bit. Your legs in a little bit. Tuck your toes under. You're going to lift up into downward dog. So from here, on the inhale, you're going to go up. You're going to push back through your heels. Now again, this is strong on the calf, so just relax those knees if you need to. Or if you've got one particularly sore leg, you can just lean that one leg forward. Okay, from here, I'm going to bring the left leg forward. Pop your left hand on the inside of your left leg. Just drop that right knee to the floor. This is known as lizard's pose. And you can drop that left knee out to the side if you want, but try and keep your foot flat on the floor. Just really opening up through the groin, your flexors, your psoas muscle, which goes down here on either side.
We get how to talk some of these. You love it. Oh yes.
Okay, take the left leg back, meet the right. We're going to push back up into downward dog. Pick a space, Willow, any space. No one's going to pinch it off you. Right there. You're going to go right there. Okay, bring that right leg forward. Right hand on the inside. Again, you can drop that knee out to the side if you wish, keeping your foot flat on the floor, so you get a bit of rotation through the ankles, a bit of movement. And drop that left knee down to the floor. Kind of in the way, dog. Feel it on your mat? On your mat? Not my mat. On your mat.
Good girl.
Okay, I'm going to bring that right knee back. Get your hands back out. Keeping your toes tucked, you're just going to go back into a downward dog, okay? And from here, on the inhale, we're going to go up. From there, we're going to walk into a plank. We're going to take our legs wide again. We're going to drop the middle down and stretch those toes out. So we're back into a seal. And then we're going to try and do a lifted seal. So you might need your strap for this again. So from here, you lift one of your legs and you grab hold of it. Just holding it like that. If you can't hold it like that, just get your strap Use the strap, my strap's all over there, so I can't get it to hold it in place. And this is also a bit strong on the knee, so just be careful. I'm gonna hold it for a minute. Not a literal minute. Relax that down. Arms back out and just release your back. Oh, keeping your hands in place. Forehead to the floor. Lifting back up again. I'm going to go the other side. Dropping that leg down, hand back down, relax back down. Okay, from here, I'm going to tuck the toes again. I'm going to walk backwards into a downward dog this time. So, tuck your toes, bring your legs in a little bit so they're in line with your hips. Lift yourself up, and then just walk your hands back. Into a downward dog. Bring your knees down, untuck the toes, just relax back. Drop onto those feet. Now, if this is too strong, get a block or a cushion, just pop it underneath your bum. That just gives you a bit of height, just stops the pressure on your calves. Or even just tuck your toes so they're coming inwards, and that relieves the strain again through the calves, the ankles. But if you're okay, we're here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go into what's called a hero pose. Now, you want to be able to do a full hero, that's fine. I'll show you the half hero as well as we're going along. But depends on how much space you've got behind you. I'm going to have to move forward on my mat, but you don't have to if you've got space behind you, but I will have to, because we're basically going to be going backwards. We're going to bring our feet out to the side, just so they're pointing away from us. And again, I'm going to drop down into my buttocks. Now, from here, you can bring yourself back and do this part of the hero. So this is like a half hero but with full legs. You can go down on your elbows or you can lay down flat on the floor. The other way of doing this is to, from this position, you bring one of your legs up and lean back. This is a half hero with the half legs. You might find it easier to get yourself down and lay down like this. Now, you should really be getting a stretch in your knee onto the floor. I can't do that. I can't get my legs tucked in enough. I'm not that flexible at the moment. I also can't get like this from seated. Now, if you can't do it this way, and this is just too much, or it's not supported, put a cushion underneath your leg if you need to, or even just bring both your legs here and just drop them out to the side. You will get a different stretch, or you can stay up, a bit like Aaron. Don't do both of them, Aaron, if you can't, because you will just tear your muscles.
I can do this. I can't get the other one.
Just stay there. We're going to swap legs. So if you have got one leg up and one leg down, bring the leg that's down, central, and then bring your other side out. If you are back, more like Aaron, just stay there. Or if you've got both legs in this position, you can stay there. If it's too much, you can come out of it. Okay. Bring your legs back and sit back up if you're laying down. Just come back up to a seated. Oh.
Seated, yeah.
Yeah, just seated with a straight legs. Just going to lean forward over those legs. Okay. Bend the right knee. And your foot up towards your groin. And get it to go down to the floor. Again, if you can't, you can get your strap and support around there. And I'm going to go around, around the foot. If you need to support it that way, that's one way that you can do it. If you've got like a yoga strap that's already attached, or the yoga belts where you can attach them and make them, just make the loop and then pull yourself down with that. If you're okay with your leg there, and you don't need cushions or anything, you're just going to get the strap around the foot. Just hold on to it here. I'm trying to keep this leg straight. Okay, just relax and hold. Bring your other foot in. Push your bum cheeks back. Okay, stretching here. We're going to get a nice stretch along the hams, along the back. Gastrocnemius here in your calf. If you're there, stay in that stretch. Lean forward, lean forward. Yeah. You don't have to come so far down. Come back a bit. That's it. Keep those feet up. Okay, so from there, we're holding on. We're going to now just take it so that we're bringing the left leg and bending that again. So we've done it on the right side. We've now done it with both. So bring your left leg up, keeping the right. Don't hurt yourself. Don't do what Aaron's doing and hurt yourself.
That's what I'm
Okay. Couple more breaths. And release this one. Relax your upper body. Relax that. Yeah. I'm going to lay down on our back.
Maybe it's fine.
Hello, Doc. Thanks for that. Okay. So this time, straighten out both of your legs. Really just stretch them away. You don't have to have hold of your strap, it's just I've got it in my hand. Just stretch your arms over your head just for a minute. Just really stretch, so push your feet away, push your arms and your shoulders away. But try and keep your neck relaxed. Thanks, Willie. Now from here, we're going to lift the left leg up and we're going to strap it. Now, you can either be straight or bent, whatever works for you. Or you might even only be here. That's fine. We're lifting the leg up just as high as we can. We're just holding it in place. And you're going to get a big stretch through the back of your leg. Now again, like I said, if this is too much, just bend that knee just to take that pressure off. Or just relax it down a little bit, and again, that will take the pressure off. So we're going to take the leg across the body. So we're going over to the right. And you'll get a stretch all the way down the outside of your leg. You're kind of stretching that sciatic nerve all the way along. Try and keep your shoulders, both of your shoulders, flat on the floor though. We're going to bring the leg back up to centre, one central, whichever one you want. And we're going to take the leg out to the opposite side. I won't get Aaron. And again, keeping both those shoulders on the floor. Now, if you still need to have your knee bent or you need to bend your other leg, that's fine. If you are still straight in both legs, again, that's fine. I'm just going to be here for a few more breaths. Now, if you're flexible enough that you can get your foot on the floor, I don't actually want you to put your foot on the floor. I want you to hold it off in the air because you're building a bit of strength as well. We're really opening up the flexors here. And putting a bit of strength back into them. We're going to come back up to centre. Just going to bring the other leg up to join. Hold on to both. I'm going to bring both legs to one side and just hold them. We're not going to go all the way to the floor. We're just going over to one side, trying to keep those shoulders on the floor. Really engage those abdominal muscles. Back up to centre. Swap hands. I'm just going to go the other way. Really trying to keep those shoulders on the floor. You're going to have to engage your core. Back up to centre. And this time, take the left leg down. Your left leg might be down straight, might be a bit bent. If it is bent, try and get it so that the sole of your foot is on the floor as opposed to just kind of being like this where it's just the heel. Pull out on your mat. Good girl. Okay, from here, I'm going to take it across the body and keep both of your shoulders on the floor. We're rotating through the hip joint, so we're trying to keep our back on the floor as much as possible as well. But you get really kind of big pull on the outside of your thigh, so the lateral aspect of your thigh. Holding that for a couple more breaths. Back to central. Swap your hands. We're going to drop the leg to the side. Hold it off the floor. Okay, bring your leg back up. Central. Put your other foot in. Hold them both straight just for a minute. Just see how high and straight you can get them. If you're only here, it's not a problem. If you're here, it's not a problem. Just wherever you can be. Just a few more breaths. Really breathe into those hips. And then bend your knees. Take your straps. And put it around so that you're bringing your legs in. So you might need to dip lower down. Now again, if you've got any kind of injury and this is too much of a stretch, just relax the strap, release it down so that you've got more give in your legs. But what we're doing is we're aiming to get the heels as close to your buttocks as you can get them. Release that strap. I'm just going to take this into a bridge. Now, if you've got a block or lots of cushions, this is the last one before Shavasana. So we're going to use this to support us in our bridge. So either cushions or block. We're just going to lift up and just place it right on the small of your back. Now you might go on your side. You might even just have it flat. You might have it up straight. Obviously I don't have enough give. It's literally just going to go on the small of your back. Thanks, Willow. And your feet are hip width apart. Your knees are in line with your hips and your ankles. God, Olivia. Lay down. Good girl. Lay down. I'm just going to drop your arms to the side. Keep your bum. Now from here, so nice and supported, just going to lift the arms up and over the head. Just going to do this 10 times. Going to go up and then we're going to bring it down. I would do if Willow wasn't in the way. So we're going to go up, take a breath, out, And bring your arms back down. Have a breath. And bring your arms up for the inhale. Down with the exhale. Just keep doing that. Got the best view of the house here. When you're going to 10 with this, so once you get to 10, just relax your arms. Do about 4 breaths here. Thanks, Willow. And then we're just going to take the blocks or the cushions out from underneath us. Just going to drop our back down. Relax the legs. Thanks, dog.
Willow.
Willow's obviously doing some yoga with us. Relax your legs down, relax your arms, and then just get your cushions and your blanket to go into Shavasana. And that's where we're going to be. You got a blanket?
Yeah.
So get yourself nice and comfortable.
Sharon scale.
Yeah, sharing the scale. Let your feet drop to the side. Your arms down by your side. Remember to tuck your tailbone so you don't end up with an ache from your back being arched when you're trying to get it to relax down. So just kind of move your bum cheeks out of the way. Just stretch that bottom of your spine out. Okay, close your eyes. Just focus on your breathing. Focus on your breathing. Eyes nice and closed. I want you just to take some deep breaths in. Really fill up that abdomen. And a nice deep breath out. Again, a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Now I want you to ignore the world around you, any noises that may be going on, any distractions, and I want you to focus on your hips. Just pay special attention to your hips. And as you're breathing in, see how your hips feel. Is there anywhere that's a little bit more painful? Does the outside feel more loose than the inside? Does the back feel more painful than the front, or vice versa? And as you're breathing out, just want you to let go of any of the tension that's in this area. So wherever you're feeling it, sides, front, back, even in the middle, even down around the pubis area, I want you just to breathe out that tension and pain. When you're breathing in, directing your breath to that area, that lovely restorative breath. All that oxygen. Now just think about your hips and all the muscles in the joints. Just imagine them all softening. You just feel nice and loose and relaxed. Almost like they're wanting to melt into the floor. And in doing this, they're just opening up, becoming looser, and yet at the same time, strong. slowly become aware of your body. Wiggle your toes.